Hello everybody and welcome to Lights Up, the official podcast of the WNBL. Joining me is our regular co-host Sharon Milner, the 2011 Grand Final MVP. And Shaz, another round of great games. Dandenong keeps getting the job done. Bendigo is back rolling. Adelaide had a little hiccup. It's just been a fantastic season. Talk us through the latest round of games.
Yeah, it was an excellent round in round 7. We kicked things off Sydney Flames 76 going down to the Bendigo Spirit 91. Rahani Cox got 18 points, so Sydney will be buoyed by that. But the evergreen Christy Harrow keeps on going, 29 points from all reports with shooting them from the car park in that one. Then we had Adelaide Lightning going down 79 to Dandenong Rangers 88 in the ABC Game of the Week. That one looked like it was blown out in the first quarter. Dandenong's firepower just went berserk. Susie Batkovich, speaking of firepower, had 25 for Adelaide, and Kath McLeod getting it done again, 17 points, 10 assists, and Sarah Blickovs won the lucky dip and got to be the scorer in the 2-3 spot with 17 points. Logan Thunder 76 went down to the Bulleen Boomers 85 up there. For the Thunder, Laurie Cohen continues her awesome season in WNBL, 26 points, what a find she's been. And the amazing resurgence from a knee injury of Elise Penaluna, 24 points, 8 rebounds, and the Boomers shot at 50%, so hopefully Tom Maher took it easy on this week. West Coast Waves 61 went down to Dandenong Rangers 85. Lisa Warburton 12 points and Mel Marsh also 12 points, but they shot 1 of 12 from the 3-point line, which is a worry. Monica Wright, Dandenong's WNBA debut player, had 21 points herself, and Jenna O'Hay just happy to dish around for the lazy 10 assists. Then rounding out Bulleen's Sunshine Swing, they beat Townsville Fire 70 to 64. Jess Foley had a nice game with 17 points, but again Elise Penaluna go-ahead basket with 2 minutes 22 and got 13 points herself. And in the final game, which was almost game of the round, apparently it was goal for goal up at Lauren Jackson Stadium in Albury. Canberra Capitals just went down 71 to Bendigo Spirits 80. Samantha Norwood, the ex-Waves player, settling in well and got 16 points for the Caps, but it was another import, Kelsey Griffin, 20 points, 8 of 10 field goals, not free throws, GB, field goals. And the Spirit got 30 points from offensive boards and second chance points. So a nice win for Bendigo, and they certainly answered their critics from last week who thought they might be stumbling.
They certainly did, didn't they? They came back well with that road double. And Kelsey Griffin, what a debut weekend. Amazing.
Yeah, not bad. Like I said, I'd take that free throw percentage, but no, she's just gone and got that from the field in a massive game in front of I think a very big crowd, as they should be turning out in Albury. Great that the Caps got down there and played in the stadium named after the great woman herself, Lauren Jackson. We're
going to have a longer chat about the new imports a little later, but just coming off those scores on the weekend, Bulleen Boomers went 2-0 on their road trip to Queensland. That is a big time result for them. Penaluna in form, as you said, after the knee reconstruction. So maybe things are just starting to fall into place for the Boomers now.
Yeah, I think it always was. Maybe that's a biased perspective, but I knew they'd always would find their groove, and thanks to the round 6 shake-up last round, those 3-4 spots look like they're up for grabs. I think Dandenong and Bendigo look quite set in that top 4, but Boomers are certainly in with a big show now for finals, and it'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
Well, let's have a look at the WNBL ladder as it stands. Bendigo on top at 8-1. Dandenong is right there at 8-2. They went 2-0 on their Doomsday double road trip. So a great result for Dandenong when you might have thought they could have dropped the Adelaide game, but they went 2-0, so they're now 8-2. Adelaide at 6-3, still looking pretty good. Canberra at 5-4. Bulleen looming now at 5-5, just outside the playoff bracket. Then Townsville at 3-5. Logan at 2-6, West Coast 2-7, and Sydney at 1-7. Those bottom 3 teams certainly have got work to do, as does Townsville. So really for you, can you see Bulleen making a run at the playoffs?
Yeah, I can. They've shown now that they've got depth, because Elise Penaluna, I guess, is their X factor, and now she looks fit, healthy, almost back to Opal's type form. Now there's less pressure on, Holly Florence and Emma Randall to, fill that 4-5 spot for 30 plus minutes. So I think they're looking dangerous, and they're going to get Rebecca Cole back as well to bolster their stocks in the guards. And I guess the question mark is, how long can Canberra hang on before Lauren Jackson's back? Because if they can maintain a top 4 spot and she comes back, I think you'd pencil them in.
Well, that was going to be my next question, that if Bulleen can go in, who has to come out? Because right now, I couldn't see Bendigo, Dandenong, Adelaide coming out. And if Canberra does get Jackson on the floor, well, you're not going to back them to come out either. So how do we resolve this, Shaz?
Well, look, GB, I'm a woman and I did say the top 4 was set, but it's my prerogative to change my mind, and I am saying it is wide open now. Unfortunately, I would have to tip, if anyone's going to fall out, it might be Adelaide. They just seem a bit reliant on the scoring of Susie Batkovic at the moment. But in saying that, Townsville are probably up north saying, what about us? We're still hanging in there. We're not far out. They just seem to lack a bit of depth for mine. But if people like Foley can really hit some hot form, they might sneak in too.
Well, there you go. 2 things that we know for sure. One is that Sharon Milner is definitely a woman. And the second thing is that the WNBL playoff race is wide open. So that is it for this segment of Lights Up. We will be back later in the week with another 2 segments of our podcast. But in the meantime, you can follow the WNBL at wnbl.com.au on the league's Facebook page and also the Twitter page at WNBL. And of course, all the players, or most of the players now, have their very own Twitter accounts, as does the Lights Up co-hosts Desi Globitz and Sharon Milner. We've got Desi Globitz 6 and Sharon Milner 4. How you been going, Shaz? Have you been...
I'm on fire, GB. I am a Twitterholic. No, I think I've broken double digits now. I've tweeted 10 times. So.
You've done well. It doesn't take long and you are hooked. You are gone for life. We thank our sponsors as well, of course. IINet, Champion, ABC Sports Commission, Sporting Pulse, Sporting and AMFA. That is it for this edition of Lights Up. We will see you again during the week.